Welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and of course great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out last week's episode. That was episode 116.
It was.
This is episode 117, and as you can see, we are somewhere. Where are we?
We are at Revolution Brewing on 3340 North Kedzie, the tap room location. This is John.
How's it going?
John, what's your last name?
Carruthers.
John Carruthers over here joining us from Revolution.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Your official title, what year?
Communications manager, more accurately, tweets and photos of beer guy.
all right.
Nice.
That's what's up, man. We are here at the tap room. We're going to drink beer and we're going to talk hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and have a good time, man. We really appreciate you guys for, first of all, letting us come out and do this here. You know, I've been drinking you guys beer forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pleasure to actually be here and actually talk to someone from the brewery.
Anti-Hero is probably the one that I consume the most.
Craft beer starter kit, probably.
Yeah,
especially
working
in the Midwest.
here saved me a lot of money on Anti-Hero.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do the topics, okay? And then we'll kind of,
We'll talk about the topics, talk about the beers.
Okay.
We're going to talking about what does it take to make a classic, a classic hip-hop album.
All right.
Lyricism, what does it mean to you?
What does it mean to be a lyricist?
What does it mean to you? We're going to do an album review of Little Simz.
Yeah, great area.
Shout out to the UK.
Yeah. UK artist,
Little Simz.
female MC, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about her as well.
We're also going to talk about Revolution Brewing with John and the beer and the history.
Yeah.
So, John, what are we drinking right now?
Yeah.
Right now we got Everyday Hero. This is like brand new, just started putting it out.
Yeah.
It's an IPA, but it's 4.3%, so you can have it every day. It was a clever name. We're selling this in 15 packs instead of our usual 6 packs because it's like your porch beer, your ball game beer, your concert beer.
Something that's more lighter that you can actually have a couple of.
It's definitely
If
lighter.
you have like 5 anti-heroes, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, hey, you know, at the ballpark, you know, but
yeah, it takes more to get unearned confidence, but
exactly.
But it still tastes like something. That was the important part to us.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So, let's talk about Revolution a little bit before we get into it. When did you all start? Do you know when Revolution started?
So this place here, the production brewery, is where we make like 99% of our stuff.
Yeah.
But we started as a brew pub over in Milwaukee, and that's the place that's still there, Revolution Brewing.
Yeah.
So in 2010, Josh Deeth, he was a community organizer, an urban planner, but he'd also worked at Goose Island back in the day with like some of the biggest names like to hit craft brewing, and thought like, hey, like I'd love to give this a shot and give Chicago something to call its own. And he tried a couple times and it didn't quite work out. And then he was acting as like president of the Logan Square Chamber of Commerce, walked into the place that became Revolution Brewing. He's like, oh man, that brewery dream's coming back at me. So, you know, he scrapped and he fought and he cobbled together everything and opened that little brewery and it blew up. They opened this place 2 years later in 2012, and now it's the biggest independent brewery in Illinois.
Yes.
I can see that.
What was the, if you can speak to it, what was the first beer do you know the first beer that they brewed?
I don't know the first beer, but I know that it was probably like Cross of Gold, which we still make, or Working Man Mild, which goes on and off. It's coming back in a few weeks here. Like easy drinking, kind of approachable stuff. Anti-Hero wasn't, I don't know if it was the first IPA, but that was like right there from the beginning too. People love an Anti-Hero is what builds all of this stuff.
I want to talk about that as well because, like I said, I feel like that's just like, if you're getting into craft beer, you probably come into it on like, you know, like an Anti-Hero. Like that's still you guys like number one, right? Like that's.
I mean, almost half of what we make and sell is Anti-Hero because it's like, it's interesting enough, it's got enough going on to like, you know, get the beer, you know, the beer people, like the big devotees. But it also just tastes good.
Exactly.
And, like, it's not like too bitter. It's not too hard to get into. It's not hard to find. You know,
Not at all.
It's a beer for everybody. If you like IPAs, like we got the IPA for you.
I saw it in Walgreens like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
like, wow, anti-heroes in Walgreens. This is awesome. Like, I don't have to go like to Benny's or nothing. You know,
Right.
If I want to make a quick Walgreens run for some Pampers for my newborn,
Yeah,
I can do that in an anti-hero. Yeah.
The whole like craft beer thing, you know, it like talks about the cool beer bars and the cool new releases and the exclusives and stuff. But like the industry runs on like, you know, getting yourself into Walgreens, getting into chain stores, like, you know, getting into people who just like beer and might not necessarily consider themselves craft beer fans.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. That's good to know.
This little tray here, can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it now, or you want to talk about it once we start drinking it?
You know what?
Let's save it.
Let's save it? Okay. Let's go into our first topic. You want to do that?
Let's go to our first topic. Why not?
What is that?
Why not?
The classic joint?
In your opinion, what does it take to make a classic?
We always defer to the guest first, so it's not that, you know, you have to go first.
I can give you the result of it. Like, I used to be a music journalist, like way back in the day when people could still make money doing that.
Right.
So back then I thought, like, I've got all these like standards, you know, you have to have like this kind of flow, you have to have production at this kind of level. Now, like looking back, having listened to stuff on, you know, 9 different generations of busted iPods and stuff, like, I look back and I'm like, it's the song that like I'll wake up and I'll be getting ready for my day, completely like silent, and like track will pop into my head. That's like not one of the main ones. It's just like, I know you guys covered it, but like I get stuff from Busta Rhymes Extinction Level that just popping in my head.
We
when I'm in the
just
shower.
did that one.
1998, exactly.
Like I will get old Goody Mob tracks, early,
Yes.
early Outkast. I'll even just get like local people that I just kind of know, and I'm like, oh, you know, like tell you guys about Rich Jones before we started recording. And I'm like, let's get an old Rich Jones track in my head, and I'll be like, Bob, and I'll be like, oh yeah, where do I know that? Oh yeah, like I drink with that guy sometimes. I want to listen to that again. So that's what it is. It resurfaces itself, like without you going to seek it. That's my definition.
I would agree with that.
That's what you always say though, like if something actually stands or lives, you know, beyond a certain period of time.
I mean,
right? Like
that is the definition of a classic. I mean, you can't. I think nowadays people are too quick to call something a classic. Like,
classic
as soon as it
drops
comes out,
today
yo,
and the
this is
next
a
day
classic album.
It's because everybody needs
you just heard it. What do you mean it's a classic? What are you talking about?
Came out. Take it easy. Whoa, slow down.
Everybody needs a headline.
Yeah.
But for me, and I've said this before, for me, it's got to be good music. But it also has to, like, you got to be able to rap, yes, but it also has to be popping. It also has to be, you can't just have, for it to be classic, you can't just have good raps. It has to actually have good music and have, like, if you took the raps off, the music itself has to be good alone. And there's a lot of good rappers with not that great music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if it was technical prowess alone, Twista would be married to Kim Kardashian right now, right? Like it's a mix. It's the aesthetic, it's the vibe, it's your ability. It's just like the world you create.
It's a melting pot.
The world you create.
It is production.
That's why Astro World should have won Best Album.
You're going back to it.
Hey, look, he had the best, like, lyrically, it may not have been better than some of the other albums last year, but vibe-wise and music-wise, engineering-wise, just soundscape-wise, it was one of the best albums.
It takes a lot to make it, you know.
I mean, my God. I'm just saying.
For me, I think it is. I think it's production. I think it's also substance. I think you have to catch a moment within history as well, like what songs stood out. Like, there are certain songs on classic albums, right? Like, a classic album like Blueprint, Jay-Z or something like that, right? Or like a Criminal. You know, everybody knows Elevators. Elevators has been, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget songs like that, you know?
True.
So just those standalone songs that can go, you know, beyond just 1 or 2 years, like Dear Mama, you know? Like Fillmore said on our one episode, Dear Mama's been on the radio for 20 years now.
That's
Tupac,
true.
You know? Like,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
so.
True.
That's
takes a lot.
That's what freaks me out is I'm like, oh, it's that song I like on the radio. And they're like, we're bringing back an old classic. Yeah, it's like 23 years old, and you're not young anymore.
Yeah,
you have
you're
gray
not.
hairs in your beard. I'm like, oh,
They're
no.
playing Biggie Smalls music on like V103, which is like a.
Yeah, they
you know
are.
What I'm saying? Like our rap is now becoming like oldies. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. That's crazy.
Yeah. But it takes a lot, man. You know.
Actually, I'm actually ready for a new beer already.
Yeah.
This every day actually.
It's very drinkable.
Too easy, right?
Yeah, it's like I don't have to
easily
sip it.
drinkable,
You know, I'm ready for a new one already, man.
All right. So we've got 4 different ones here. We've got an Irish stout with nitrogen. We've got a sour with peaches. We've got a super boozy, super delicious beer from one of these barrels over here. It's a barley wine. And then we got double dry hopped Galaxy Hero. This is like the freshest IPA
Galaxy
you are
Hero.
liable to find. This came off the canning line last night and into kegs just on tap like today.
Yeah.
This is
We've
as fresh
had
as you
Galaxy
can get
Hero
it.
before, haven't we?
We haven't, no, we haven't, no.
I've had Galaxy Hero somewhere.
This is the super powered version of Galaxy Hero.
Gotcha.
So there's an extra. It has, I think, 5 times the amount of hops per barrel as Galaxy Hero.
Let's
Galaxy
do the barley
Hero,
one. Let's do the barley one,
Let's do it.
and let's talk about how, you know, because these have to be aged a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is straight jacket. This goes in for a year.
Straight jacket.
Yeah, and this is like one of the ones that wins medals and awards
Exactly.
for us. It's super deep. It's got like those coffee and vanilla, caramel notes. You get a lot of
You saw
that.
his face when he drank it?
First of all,
What is the alcohol volume on it? What is the ABV?
before I put, go ahead.
This is 13 something or 14 something. It's a big
Oh
one.
my
God.
We do not serve this in those big pints.
No, you
Bruh.
cannot, yeah.
I mean, I
Before-
want one.
Before I even put it to my lips, I
Oh,
could smell
wow.
the alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
And part of
What are
that,
some of the notes on it? What is it aged in? What is it?
yeah, so it goes into these Kentucky bourbon barrels. And Kentucky bourbon barrels, they come to us straight from the whiskey and bourbon makers.
Okay.
So they're still wet with a little bit of residual whiskey inside. That's not adding too much to the ABV, but it keeps like the wood from, you know, popping and leaking.
Yeah.
And so we put the beer in there. It stays here in our barrel racks for, you know, at least a year. We actually keep some of this back and do it 2 and 3 years.
Yeah.
That beer is ungodly. I mean, it's
oh,
nuts.
man. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
But this is no slouch either, and it stays in there for, you know, 12 months. We run it
Wow.
out, carbonate it, and it is just, you get all that barrel, but you know, it's also like super clear. It's got a nice color.
Yeah.
This is beer for, you know, if you think you don't like craft beer, like,
Yeah.
try a little straight jacket.
Well, that's
Can't
the
give you a
only-
lot of it.
Yeah,
but like,
exactly, yeah.
So is this something that you mass produce, or is this just in-house?
So we make a lot of it. We still have some in the coolers back there, but this only comes out once a year in January, and it's like a holiday. I mean, it's,
Right.
we have a release here at the
good.
tap room. People line up, but like just personally, I look forward to it. Like,
Yeah. You drink, so do these
Oh
come
my
in like
God.
your crowlers or your, what do they?
we do crowlers sometimes. This
Yeah.
is still
This is
this is
strong.
12-ounce cans. So
Yeah.
like the idea is like you could take down like, you know, we don't do the 22-ounce bombers.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
We do
No,
those
you
12-ounce cans because like the canning line keeps a lot fresher than
Yeah.
the bottle do. But we can, you know, you can like absorb a 12-ounce can by yourself if you
Yeah.
just want to like open a beer and enjoy it. It's also a real good like sharing size, like split like a couple or you know.
I'd have to
different
share
kinds.
this, because this is
Yeah.
like, this is strong.
Yeah.
It is quite strong.
Let's go into lyricism. Let's go into that.
What's that topic? Look, I'm already
You already
feeling,
Oh my God. Lyricism, what does it mean to you? Right?
what does it mean to you?
See, this is my thing about this topic. Because first of all, lyricism or lyrics are so subjective, right? Because you'll have Eminem, right? Super wordplay, right? And intricate word patterns for like 4, 6, 8, whatever, how many bars.
Yeah.
And people will say that's lyricism. And people will say Tupac isn't lyrical, right? Because he doesn't rap that way. But the content, right? Like the storytelling,
Right.
isn't that lyricism as well? Like I think it's a combination of
I
A lot of
agree.
people lately have been saying Tupac isn't that great of a rapper.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're crazy.
I hate to say kids today, but kids today.
Kids nowadays.
Right.
I don't know. I agree with you because I think it's just because I had to read so many old dead poets in school and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I look more to what they're saying. Like
Okay, see?
I dig
Subjective,
something
yeah.
like Serengeti where he can build up a whole character over a course of several albums and EPs, make people care about him and then just knock
Right.
it all away.
Right.
Or I like what Doom does, when it's just for 2 minutes he sets up a Jenga tower and then at the end just whacks it.
That's what I'm saying,
And
right.
it's like a 2
A
minute,
tower of
30
word,
second
right,
track,
just-
and you're like, he did all he wanted to do there.
Yeah.
Lyricism, yeah. I'm a fan of Doom, man. Lyricism, man. I guess I can't put any like trap artists in this lyricism conversation.
Well, it depends. That's why I said it's subjective, right? Like, because if somebody is saying something that's meaningful to someone, how can you say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like just
I don't
because.
know.
So if I talk about girls, guns, and drugs, clothes all day, but I do it in a intricate way. Is that less lyrical than someone that's like a Tupac?
It would depend on who you're talking to, because someone might think lyricism is substance. Like the content might be what someone is looking for.
People who,
so it depends.
People who do that stuff well tend to elevate the subject matter, not get bogged down with it.
Yeah. See,
let's do this. Who's your like? If you were gonna tell somebody this is a lyricist, who would it be? Let's play it that way.
I mean, for me, hey, Doom is in my top 3 of all time. Period. Of all
MF Doom?
time.
Okay.
MF Doom, yes. That's easy to me.
I mean, that would have been my answer. But I mean, Pharaoh Monch.
Black Thought for me, if I'm gonna talk about a lyricist.
Black Thought is pretty good.
Cannibal Ox.
Okay.
Ooh.
He brought him out. He brought the sharp sports.
See? That's part of the company flow crew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that.
True.
Speaking hip hop,
I'm trying.
Tribe. I listen to a lot of Tribe. Tribe is lyrical, but they might be more jazzy.
The
musical.
music of Tribe is what stands out.
Yeah,
Q-Tip's production.
It might be.
Yeah.
JD's production.
Yeah. J Dilla,
Ali Shaheed. That's hard to say who my favorite
That's what I want to do here, man.
Might be
my favorite again. I'm throwing Black Thought out there. That would be my go-to lyricist because he has the wordplay and the content.
I think he has the wordplay. I just think sometimes
it's over the head.
No, I just think sometimes. Forgive me, Black Thought. Sometimes his music is so monotone to me.
His voice is monotone. Okay.
But is that lyrics or is that the flow?
Yeah.
You got a point. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. But I mean, there's a lot of lyrical MCs that I think Future is lyrical. Future is lyrical.
I can't go.
But I understand that, but I think Future has some wordplay in there that I gravitate towards.
His content isn't really.
Kodak is lyrical. Kodak Black is lyrical. Oh my God! Kodak got metaphors. Are you kidding me?
He does sometimes.
Dude, look, we do this
let me throw in that early Dizzy Rascal where it was super English slang. You had no idea what he was talking about. Those first 2 grimy albums. I'm like, I have no idea what he's saying, but I know that the English people do, and I'm thinking there's some good stuff going on here.
Yeah. Well, that's because we're going to talk about Little Simz, right? And she's from the UK, and she also has a very, what is it? Her accent might make it hard to understand what she's saying. Just speaking on the topic of mumble or whatever the case may be. Just
I got
understand
some things to say about that. I got some things to say about that.
Yeah. What is lyricism to you? Comment on this post when it drops or whatever, YouTube, Instagram,
what
whatever.
What is lyricism to you?
Yeah. We have 3 more to take down here.
So that was Straight Jacket.
Still available at the tap room and the brew pub and maybe at your local Benny's. Sponsored content.
Nice.
Wait, it's at Benny's?
It ought to be, yeah.
Sheesh, I gotta stop by.
Snap. You just put us on, John. Just put us on.
Benny's, send them stuff.
Let's switch it up. Let's do, what is this middle one?
So this is Freedom of Speech. It's a peach sour.
You like sour?
I like sour. I was gonna ask you that.
It's not too sour. I know we've all had
That's fine,
the.
I don't.
I'm a fan of sour.
I know we've all had the battery acid sours. This is low key. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's got a little peach. It's not overly puckery. This is they didn't brew it to be this, but if you're keeping things trim
Yeah, yeah.
A pretty low calorie, low carb beer. Yeah, not that was our
It's
point,
not,
but
it's not. Yeah, you know, most sours really come off like really like, oh god.
That's
like,
true.
you
That's
know.
true.
I'm
This is light.
But I
This is
can
light.
I can taste the peach in here more than you know, like it's kicking. You know?
I have a sixer of this like in a cooler on my porch for the first day that I can actually sit on my porch.
That was
And
today, maybe. It was 66 outside. But,
Yeah, but
it
was
it's not
raining
the
every
weekend.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not the weekend.
It's not the
Don't
weekend.
you worry about me drinking that on the weekend.
Let's go into our last. Let's talk about Lil Simz, man. Just
Lil
real quick.
Simz, UK artist, female.
We're gonna introduce you to a new artist now, and you maybe.
Right, yeah. A lot of people don't know about Lil Simz. I didn't know about Lil Simz. This is one of OT's favorite artists, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
As of late, the last couple years.
Yeah.
Is that fair? UK artist. This is
her third project. It's called Gray Area. Yeah.
So for me, I come into it and you pine over Lil Simz, and I'm like, I don't know if I can really get into her because her accent is so strong. You know what I'm saying? But after listening to this album, and it's easily digestible. I mean, it's like 35 minutes.
It's 10 songs.
Like 35 minutes. And 10 tracks. She can rap.
She can rap her ass off, man.
She can rap.
That's why I dig it. Yeah.
It took me a couple of listens though to kind of understand what she's saying through her accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This was my Dizzy Rascal problem
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember Dizzy though. Like he hasn't been doing too much lately.
He was on the 2012 Olympics. That's literally my last memory of him.
Oh wow.
Opening ceremony.
Wow.
Him and Harry Potter and the Queen, and I'm like, this is a strange scene we got.
Yeah.
But I definitely think she's really good. I hate to compare her to other female rappers, but I would have to say like she's in there with, Lauren, Mystic. I don't know if you remember Mystic from like early 2090s.
No.
And then people got a lot of love for Rhapsody. I'm not really there with Rhapsody, but I'm there with Lil Simz though. Lil Simz.
I think she's a better rapper than Rhapsody. No,
I
I would say that.
She is a better
I
rapper
love
than
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody. She's
Lil
a better
Simz' music is
Lil
better to me.
Simz is a better rapper than Rhapsody.
Rhapsody be rapping.
Facts.
I don't want to do that here. But
Why
okay,
not? This is the place to do it. She's a
I
better
like
rapper
both of
than
them.
Rhapsody.
Anyway, look, if you're gonna check out some songs from her album, you should check out Offense, Venom,
Venom is good.
Therapy. To me is good.
Therapy.
Sherbet, Sunset, Flowers. It sounds good, man. Her production is very good. You know what I'm saying?
Very
I
good
think she has a lot of
production. Very
UK
good
producers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
use a lot of music, actual live instrumentation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bass, drums, guitar, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Check that joint out, man. I don't have much to say about it, but I really do like it. I really do.
Hey man, that's
Yeah.
all I gotta say about it.
Before we go, let's actually get the rest of these joints
Do it.
as far as
yeah.
like what they are.
So this is that super fresh IPA I was telling you about, Double Dry Hop Galaxy Hero.
I'm about to down this real quick.
Oh
don't
yeah,
have to,
be my
but
guest.
All right, this is the
Double Dry Hop Galaxy Hero. So it's our Galaxy Hero. That's the beer we do for C2E2, the Comic and Entertainment Expo.
Are
This
you all
is
gonna be at Hyde Park Brewfest?
probably. I don't know, not my end of things.
True.
But we will be at C2E2 22nd, 23rd, 24th of McCormick.
Yeah.
Pouring some other cool stuff. This is like our comic book nerd idea of what a Cosmic Heroes beer would taste like. And it's also like straight off the line last night.
Oh.
This is some of
What's
the
the name of
freshest
this?
beer. Double Dry Hop Galaxy Hero.
So
Different
it's a
than
double
regular
IPA,
Galaxy
or
Hero.
Is it a double or is it?
No, it's still around like 7%. It's an
Okay.
IPA, but it's got a different recipe to like really bulk up that hop
yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
The hops are there for sure. The hops are there for sure.
I dig it.
I'd say like that.
What's the percentage on this?
Just 7.
Really?
Just. Sorry, I work here.
But
I'm
you
like
know what?
7. That's like
Right,
regular.
7. But see, the straight jacket was how much?
13 or 14.
That was up there.
I really
Yeah,
should have
'cause
looked
that was up there.
between segments.
This has
So
like a
having
great
that
aroma.
and down this,
Yeah,
this
right?
tastes like
This
a
has that
regular.
great aroma.
Super
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh my God.
all our beer goes into the cooler. It goes out into
I
refrigerators
can
because
just
like
sit and
this
smell
kind,
this,
like
just-
beer only tastes like this for a couple of weeks, like
Yeah.
no matter what it is, and like you know the way that our brewers just cram hops into this thing, it's like it's
Yeah.
fruity and
yeah.
like tropical kind of sweet. It's like there's nothing like
I was gonna
super
say that.
sweet in this, but it like
I can definitely
it
taste
tastes
the tropical,
sweet just
yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
because of the hops and the way
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
built.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is in 6-packs,
This is, I'm gonna,
binnies and what have you.
yeah, this is probably what I'm gonna gravitate towards.
Is this available in a can?
Yes, 6-pack cans.
Okay.
Should be rolling out soon. Like I literally saw them canning it last
Oh,
night,
right.
so that means
Okay.
it's on trucks today.
Nice.
So there's a regular Galaxy Hero.
That's in the sampler pack, League of Heroes issue 6.
Got
This
it.
is
yeah, I
in
saw that.
6-packs by itself.
Mariano's, those are Mariano's. I love Mariano's. I'll support
Yeah.
them forever.
Grocery store
I'm
with a
feeling
bar.
pretty nice.
Exactly.
These are our people.
And they grill your meat as well. What the hell? Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
And let's do the.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So,
My
as
man.
we know, St. Patrick's Day, like weekend, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Guinness, nothing against it. I love Guinness.
Yeah.
Big fan myself. This Paddy Wagon is my favorite like version of the dry Irish stout.
Ooh.
So it's on nitro, so it's got these smooth like bubbles, whereas these are all carbonated
Yeah.
with CO2. This has got nitro, so it's like smooth and silky, kind of,
Wow.
you know, in the mouth. And it's roasty.
Is
it's
it like coffee
dark.
or chocolate in it?
No, it's really just like there's roasted malt and like you
Okay.
get a little bit of roast, a little bit of chocolate flavor to it, but it's not from adding anything to it.
So are there any rules as to should it be room temperature or
I mean,
cool?
the English didn't invent refrigeration as soon into the life of their country as we did. That's why beer over there tends to be warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, though, if you're just asking me in general how to enjoy your beer, no
Yeah.
rules, man. How you like your beer is the way that it should be served and the way you should enjoy it.
People typically like their stouts. People will, when I talk to people, they usually like these not as cold for whatever reason.
I will say, so, I mean, not a rule, like, do what you like, but, you know, when something is like 32, 33 degrees, like that ice cold, like,
Yeah.
you don't really taste anything but cold and refreshing.
Exactly.
You let it warm up a little bit, it opens up those flavors, you know, from the malt, from the hops, from whatever else is in the beer. So, like, generally, I try to have it a little warmer just because
Yeah.
you get more of that flavor experience.
And what is the ABV on this one? Do you know?
This is 4.6. This is another low guy with just a lot of flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can drink
This is
3 of
a
these little
stout.
ones. And, yeah, it's a stout. It's dry Irish stout.
Yeah.
So
People, a lot of guys that I know really
This is
pride
pretty light.
themselves on drinking stouts
Yeah.
or barley wine, like barrel type joints that are like up there, and you know, it's like,
the barrel aged stouts are.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of energy anymore.
I don't want to just, you know,
When I was
I
a
wanna
young
enjoy
man,
it.
sure. Exactly.
Right.
I want to be able to have 2
Yeah.
and then eat breakfast in the morning.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
2 before breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
No,
with
I mean
champions.
after I wake up. This is a fine breakfast beer too. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty light though. It's
Yeah.
pretty light. It's
Yeah,
not-
it's like, and you
not
know,
too heavy.
Guinness itself, like everyone's example of dry Irish stout, like everyone's like, oh, I can't believe you drink that dark, like muddy beer, and it's a light, like
Yeah.
refreshing, like it's an easy drinking beer. It just looks dark, and like you know, the way that you see things, just like will influence like how you think it's gonna taste.
Right.
But yeah, Guinness is pretty light and easy drinking. We think Paddy Wag is pretty light and easy drinking.
Yeah. It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's been a pleasure. Beers and Bars, Revolution Brewing.
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah, man, we appreciate the opportunity.
I'm about to knock all my glasses.